Hello children and welcome back. Before we start today's lesson, I just want to check that you've all watched the video of me telling you our new story, Peace at Last. If you haven't heard this story yet, pause this video and go and watch the other one of this story first. If you have watched this story, then great, we can get started. Now, do you remember in our story, Peace at Last, poor old Mr. Bear was so desperate to go to sleep, wasn't he? Yes, he was. And he couldn't, could he? No, because of all the different noises in his house and in his garden that kept him awake. Oh, he had Mrs. Bear snoring, Baby Bear messing around in his room, that's right. He had a drippy tap, a cuckoo clock, all sorts of different things. Must have been very annoying for him. Well, today I thought we could teach your grown-ups how to play the Noisy Neighbour game. Now, we have played this before, haven't we, at nursery? We have. But today I've got all new sounds. Sounds from inside a house. The kind of sounds that Mr. Bear might have heard. So, before we start this game, we all need to go to sleep, don't we? So, get cosy, lay on the floor or lay back on the sofa, lay down, close your eyes and pretend to go to sleep, ready for our game. Early one morning, Mr. Bear was fast asleep, when suddenly he heard a noise from next door. What was that? Oh, Mr. Bear says he doesn't know. What do you think that noise was? Have you heard that noise before at your house? Mr. Bear thinks he knows what it is. Do you know? It was an alarm clock. Oh, what do we need to say to the neighbours? Noisy neighbours, please be quiet. We're trying to get some sleep. Let's go back to sleep again. Early one morning, Mr. Bear was fast asleep, when suddenly he heard a noise from next door. What was that noise? Oh my goodness, that was noisy, wasn't it? Children, what did you hear? I think it sounded a bit like cups and plates and dishes. Do you think the noisy neighbour was putting his pots away? I think he was putting the pots away after he'd emptied the dishwasher or done the washing up. What do you think? Shall we shout at him again? Come on then. Noisy neighbour, please be quiet. We're trying to get some sleep. Oh, let's go back to sleep again. Early one morning, Mr. Bear was fast asleep, when suddenly he heard a noise from next door. What was that? What do you think, Mr. Bear? Mr. Bear said he thought it sounded like a sweeping brush. I heard that too. It sounded like somebody sweeping a floor, didn't it? Do you think the next door neighbours were doing some clearing up? Oh, why are they doing their cleaning so early in the morning? Come on, let's shout at them again. Noisy neighbours, please be quiet. We're trying to get some sleep. Oh dear me. Early one morning, Mr. Bear was fast asleep, when suddenly he heard a noise from next door. that sound like, children? I think I know that one. I recognise that sound because that's a sound that I make a lot at my house. That's right. That's the Hoover, isn't it? Do you think that the next door neighbour was doing his hoovering? I don't know why he's doing it this early in the morning. He's a real pain, isn't he? Come on, shall we shout again? Noisy neighbour, please be quiet. We're trying to get some sleep. Oh. Early one morning, Mr. Bear was fast asleep when suddenly he heard a noise from next door. What was that? I think there's somebody else next door. It's not just Mr. Bear, is it? Who did that sound like? I think it sounded like some children. I think that must be Mr. Bear's children. They must be awake. Oh no. Right, let's shout at them one last time. Ready? Really loud. Noisy neighbour, please be quiet. We're trying to get some sleep. Oh, well, hopefully that's it. They'll go quiet now for the rest of today and we can go back to sleep. Oh, why don't you have a listen around your house to see what different noises there are? At my house, there's quite often the noise of the washing machine or the tumble dryer. There's also the dishwasher, that makes a noise, and the kettle makes a noise. I wonder if you can have a listen at your house and see what different sounds you can find. Right, we're going back to sleep now, aren't we? Because we're tired. Good night, everybody.